For the longest time, we thought our solar system was this little isolated island in the middle of a vast cosmic ocean. But it turns out we're not alone at all. In fact, we're getting visitors. And these aren't just any visitors. They're objects from other star systems. And the latest one, 3I/Atlas, might just be the most fascinating one yet.
I mean, just think about that for a second. What if a package launched from a planet orbiting a completely different sun finally drifted into our cosmic neighborhood? A real, tangible piece of another world, right here for us to see.
Well, believe it or not, that's pretty much what happened. Not a spaceship with little green men, but a comet. A comet that was born in another star system and has been traveling maybe for billions of years, just to pay us a visit. And no, this isn't a sci-fi movie plot. This is the new reality of astronomy. We're learning that we're part of this huge galactic community. Not just of stars, but of the very building blocks of planets themselves, all getting tossed around across the empty space between suns. So, what makes something an interstellar object? Well, it really all comes down to its path. See, things from our solar system are kind of stuck here, gravitationally tied to the sun in orbits. But these visitors? They're moving so incredibly fast that our sun's gravity can't hang on to them. They just come screaming in, whip around the sun on this wide, open-ended path, a hyperbola, and then they shoot right back out into deep space. They are truly just passing through. And here's the thing, 3I Atlas wasn't the first one to show up. Before it arrived, we'd already had two other hints that our cosmic neighborhood was a lot busier than we thought. Each one taught us something completely new and, frankly, pretty weird. Just look at this timeline. I mean, for basically all of human history, we knew of zero of these things. Then, boom, 2017, we spot the first one, Oumuamua. Just 2 years later, Borisov flies by, and now 3I/Atlas. The pace is absolutely picking up, which tells us that these cosmic exchanges are way more common than we ever dared to imagine. What's so wild is how different each of these visitors has been. Oumuamua was this bizarre, rocky, cigar-shaped thing that tumbled through space. Borisov, on the other hand, looked pretty normal, kind of like a comet from our own backyard. And then you have 3I/Atlas. It's a comet, sure, but a very strange one, and it's moving at a truly mind-boggling speed. So let's properly introduce the star of our show. It was discovered by the Atlas Survey Telescope down in Chile, and right away, astronomers knew it was something special. And that was all because of one key number: 58 kilometers per second. Just try to wrap your head around that. That's its speed before it even felt the sun's gravity start to pull on it. We're talking over 130,000 miles per hour. That's its interstellar cruising speed. And that speed? That is the cosmic fingerprint that proves, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that it is not from around here. Nothing in our solar system gets kicked out with that kind of velocity. This thing was shot out of its home system with some serious force and has been flying free through the galaxy ever since. So what can a fleeting visitor like this actually tell us? Well, thanks to ridiculously powerful tools like the James Webb Space Telescope, we can basically perform a kind of cosmic autopsy from hundreds of millions of kilometers away. Now get this. Based on its trajectory through the Milky Way, scientists think 3I Atlas might have come from an area of our galaxy called the thick disk, a region with much older stars. And that means the comet itself could be over 7 billion years old. That's older than our sun, older than the Earth. It's a genuine relic from the ancient galaxy. Okay, so this is the million-dollar question, right? If you could actually analyze a piece of another solar system, what would you find inside? The answer started to reveal itself as the sun's heat baked its surface, causing its ancient ices to turn directly into gas. So the James Webb Space Telescope stared at this comet and saw this whole chemical soup. A lot of these ingredients, water, cyanide, even nickel, they're things we see in our own comets. But one thing stood out immediately. It was absolutely loaded with carbon dioxide. Just look at this comparison. It's not even close. For every 1 molecule of water vapor that Webb detected, it saw 8 molecules of carbon dioxide. That ratio is just off the charts. It's unlike almost any comet we've ever seen from our own solar system. This isn't just a tiny difference. It's a massive clue about where this thing was born. So here's the key. Carbon dioxide freezes at a different temperature than water or other ices. The fact that this comet has so much CO2 tells us it probably formed in this very specific cold zone, far enough from its home star to be icy, but not so deep freeze cold that other things like carbon monoxide would dominate. It's like we're getting a chemical map of another solar system's layout. Now, of course, with any weird object coming from the stars, the speculation is going to happen. Some folks noted its very specific trajectory and wondered if it could be an alien craft. But honestly, the scientific evidence quickly pointed somewhere else entirely. It was seen growing a fuzzy coma and a tail. That's classic comet behavior. And as we just saw, our best telescopes found a bunch of chemicals that are basically the bread and butter of comets. So yeah, the consensus is pretty clear. 3I/Atlas is a natural object, just one with a very, very different backstory than the comets we're used to.
So let's zoom out. What does all of this really mean for the bigger picture? Well, the discovery of 3I/Atlas and its predecessors is fundamentally changing how we see our little spot in the cosmos. It means we are not an isolated island. We live in this dynamic, interconnected galaxy where material is constantly being traded between star systems. The very same stuff that formed planets around some other star billions of years ago is flying right past us today. And that really gets to the heart of it. Oumuamua showed us that strange, rocky bodies are out there. Borisov showed us that normal-looking comets exist elsewhere, too. And now 3I/Atlas is showing us just how much chemical variety there can be, giving us clues about how planets form in all sorts of different environments. That's really the best way to think about it. It's cosmic archaeology. We can't send a probe to another star system. The distances are just too mind-bogglingly huge. But the galaxy is sending pieces of those star systems to us. All we have to do is be looking up, ready to catch a glimpse. And with new observatories coming online all the time, we're about to find so many more of these interstellar travelers. Each one is going to be a new piece of the puzzle, a new clue in the epic story of how solar systems form across our galaxy. And it just leaves you wondering, right? What secrets will the next messenger bring?